Welcome students. In previous class we have discussed all the geometric properties of the highway. So let us discuss a problem which requires to design all geometric property of a highway in a single problem. The problem will be like a straight highway passing through a rolling terrain has horizontal curve of radius equal to the rolling minimum radius. The data will not be given here. You should remember that in which concern they have talked about for the data, right? Here let us see here, a straight highway passing through a rolling terrain has a horizontal curve of radius equal to the rolling minimum radius. So that here you have to compute r value, that is radius of the curve. So here you should remember that in how to calculate this r, in which formula you are getting r value. So here in super elevation you might get r equal to v square by divided by g into e plus f. In this equation you will be you can able to calculate this rolling minimum radius. We have already discussed this. And here in this question the data is given as design all geometric features of the curve. They have not given what are the geometric features or what are the geometric elements of the curve. Assuming suitable data and specify the minimum setback distance from the center line of two-lane highway on a inner side of the curve up to which the buildings obstructing vision should not be constructed so that intermediate side distance is available throughout the circular curve. So let us start with elements. Geometric elements are rolling minimum radius, super elevation, extra widening, length of transition curve, stopping side distance, intermediate side distance, and setback distance. These are all elements they have asked in the question. So before calculating, we should know that we need the value of r. That r may be calculated using e plus f, that is using super elevation formula. And here the speed is not given in the question. Instead they have given highway, state highway. That means the state highway is considered, the speed of the vehicle is considered to be maximum to its capacity, that is 80 kmph on the state highway. So here r is considered v square by 127 plus 127 into e plus f. E is 0.07, that is full of its value. F is 0.15 lateral friction because it is considered from super elevation formula. So we'll be getting with 229 meters, say 230 meter is round off. And once we know the radius, we can calculate the super elevation. Super elevation is considered for mixed traffic condition, and then later we have to consider the steps. So here in this step the mixed traffic condition is considered v square by 225 r, and we are getting the value of r as, that is e as 0.124. So here 0.124 is greater than 0.07, so that we need to consider f value. You need to consider the f value for calculation. Here v square by 127 r minus e is substituted with full value 0.07, and then we are getting 0.149. It should be less than or equal to 0.15. It should be less than or equal to, it should be less than or equal to 0.15. right here 0.15 is almost, it is equal, so that you can consider this value. Then e value can be provided with 0.07. It less than 0.15, hence it is safe. Then super elevation value will be 0.07. Now extra widening. Now radius of the curve is getting with 230 meters, and super elevation is 0.07. we are providing up to its maximum value, and extra widening is mechanical and psychological widening. So here national highway is given, that is for state highway. Then n will be two number of lane, that is 7.5 meter of width, and l is considered to 6 meters or 6.1. either you can consider 6 or 6.1 for this calculation. So here 2 times of 6 square divided by 2 into 230 r is also already calculated, and 80 is a speed considered, and 9.5 under root r, and you will be getting with 0.712 meters. Total extra width, total width of the pavement will be 7 that is this will be 7. 3.5 plus 3.5 will be two numbers of lanes, that is 7 plus 0.712 will be your total width of pavement, that is 7.71 meters, right? And then after this they have asked to calculate the length of transition curve. We know that the length of transition curve is considered based on three conditions, that is based on super elevation, that is rate of centrifugal acceleration and rate of introduction of amount of super elevation, and minimum length that is given by Indian Road Congress, that is empirical formulas for plain and mountain terrains. So first, for centrifugal acceleration, we should know that what is C, because V cube divided by CR is the formula, right? And here V is to be 80 kmph and C is to be known, and that C is calculated by 80 by 75 plus V. 80 by 75 plus V is substituted in kmph, then we are getting 0.5, and it is greater than 0.5, less than 0.8, then you can consider C is a suitable centrifugal acceleration for this speed. And LS is equal to, LS can be calculated by 92 meters based on centrifugal acceleration, and based on super elevation, amount of introduction of super elevation, that can be calculated. Here N is considered plane areas, that pavement is rotated about its central axis. Central axis it is rotated, and we have considered the pavement is rotated to its center axis, or else we can consider the pavement is rotated its center of line or towards inner side. That means we cannot, at that time we are not going to divide this 2 here. Now we have considered the terrain is rotated to its center, that means E by 2 is considered, and N is 150, and E is 0.54, that E is given and 150 by 2. 0.54 is nothing but rotating to its center line, means 7.71 is the total width of the pavement, and 0.07 is total super elevation, right? Like this, 7.71 and 0.07, and that will be multiplying these two for numbers values, then you will get E. Then substitute with N, 0.54 and 150 by 2, that will be 40.5 by second assumption. And in third assumption we can consider the plane terrain 2.7 V square by R, and V is 80 kmph, here 230 is the radius, and we will be end up with 75.1 meter. So here once we compute first, second and third conditions, you can go for the highest value the obtained. So here the highest value is 92 meters, that is by rate of centrifugal acceleration, and 92 is considered here. And this is the length of transition curve is 92 meters. Extra width is 7.71 meters, right? And stopping side distance and intermediate side distance. So stopping side distance is lag distance plus braking distance, that can be considered here. And intermediate side distance is the 2 times of stopping side distance, and both are calculated Pt plus V square by 2 GF. Once you calculate to its 2 times, it will be equal to 225 meters, and stopping side distance is 127.6 meters, and the intermediate side distance is considered to be 255 meters. And we are remaining with setback distance, and setback distance is considered for a single lane road, that is alpha by 2 we need to calculate before, because we need to substitute that alpha by 2 here, 180 s, and here the side distance, and here the side distance is considered greater than less than, here value the distance d between the center line of the pavement and the center line of the inside lane may be taken as 1/4 of the width of pavement, as we have discussed in the previous lecture. So alpha by 2 is 180 s by 2 pi r minus d, and 1/4 of the pavement will be 7 point, and d equal to n, what will be 7.71 divided by 4, and that will give you 1.93, right? And that is what he is substituting, because two numbers of lanes, 1 2 3, and there are 4, and this is the main lane, main divider, and there are two highways, two lanes with 3.5 each. There are 4 numbers, and then you can divide with 4, then you will get with 1.93. And here once you substitute alpha by 2 in the equation, then the setback distance will be 36.6 meters, and here the setback distance will be 36.6 meters. This is how we need to analyze the problems based on given statements. Here in the question, they sometimes they will not give any values, they will just give in terms of statements. We need to analyze the statements based on the condition, then you can calculate the different values of geometry of a highway, right? In this case, it is more than enough to calculate the required geometric elements for the highway, right? So let us solve this problem based on your study. Don't prefer this video, let us solve on yourself and then compare the values as you have obtained, right? Once you are clear with the content, then it is clear that you will be able to attempt this second module completely, right? And again, we may get the problems on this stopping side distances, that is based on these curves, vertical curves and horizontal curves in setback distances. Based on this data, you may get the problems. Just you have to remember the formulas. Then you can easily calculate the problems. Let us solve yourself by considering the problems on vertical curves. Here you can see, if you have textbook, it is more than enough to get the values as we have discussed. So that it is, I think it is not more important to discuss with you people. It is easier to understand the concept and then get the values of length of vertical curves, that is summit or valley curves, right? Thank you.